if you're interested in improving your leg circulation, this video is for you. We're going to show you the easiest ways to improve it. And we have had a number of people in the past few years thank us for giving these tips.
So we're going to go through 7 different tips, and they can help improve your circulation instantly with no exercise.
That's right. 7 is a key number. You know, it's a number that you can't go wrong with. All right, now the beauty of all 7 of these tips is they're really common sense, but things that a lot of people don't think about. And once we explain it, you're going to say, oh yeah, that's going to work for me. So the first thing is look at your socks. Now I got my nice bright red ones on so they show out well, but these socks have a tight band around the top so they don't slip down. Now that tight band will help with that, but it also acts like a bit of a tourniquet. So watch what kind of socks you have on. You may not want to wear the socks that are a little tighter here and then loose here. So with these, either get different socks on, or I could simply pull them down around my ankle where it's a smaller circumference, and that would help circulation immediately. Mike, what about if you have actual socks that are made for compression?
So some people may actually have compression socks, especially with poor circulation. Now, if it accidentally rolls down like this, which can happen over time, it creates a tourniquet effect, cutting off the blood flow back up the leg right here. This is very uncomfortable in me, and I do not have poor circulation. So make sure your sock is all the way straight if you have a compression sock to help bring that blood flow back up.
Right. So usually compression socks should not go up above the kneecap like this. They're more like for Bob, a taller person. But anyways, keep that in mind. It can make a big difference. A little thing can go a long ways. All right, the next situation is the chair that you're sitting on, whether it's a firm chair or a taller stool. We've got a situation right here which is going to impede and actually cut off circulation. Want to talk about it, Mike?
So right here, if I'm like this is going to put pressure on my leg here, restricting blood flow coming back up again. If you're going to be sitting on a tall stool of sorts at your house, you're going to want to try to get to the edge, putting the pressure more on your butt cheeks and your feet flat on the floor. This will open up the circulation again to your legs.
Right, and let's go to the second scenario. All right, now in this scenario, if you have a person who's short or a chair that's tall and the person sits down and their feet dangle, literally do not touch the ground. This can happen at the workstation where you may be sitting like this for a long period of time. Again, you have that pressure point right here underneath on the hamstrings, and that is definitely blocking circulation. A simple fix is if you can lower the chair, get a shorter chair. But what I do at my house, because I have a situation like this on my computer, is I put down a pad. You can put anything down there, a book, a pillow, and that raises up my feet. It actually makes it more comfortable, as well as taking that circulation and maximizing it. So a really important thing, but it's little. Keep that in mind.
So tip number 3, if you happen to be sitting a lot and have something around that you can place your feet on, maybe an ottoman of sorts, simply elevating your feet up like this can help with circulation. Now, if you have a recliner, simply bring the feet up like this, and that can help.
Which kind of leads us to the next tip, which is important and directly relates to this, and a lot of people aren't aware of. Okay, now when your legs are elevated, there's a couple points you really have to pay attention to that you may not think of, is right here. If you have an edge on your stool, your ottoman, that can actually put a pressure point in your artery and vein, go right underneath the ankle. And with that pressure there, that's going to restrict blood flow in and out of your foot as well as up the legs. So all you do to rectify this, take a pillow, put it in this way, and that's going to take that pressure point off that circulation area and allow a nice flow. And it's just more comfortable, wouldn't you say, Mike?
Yes.
Now, let's see what happens in the recliner.
Now, the same problems can occur from a recliner. We still, again, have the edge here, which can impede blood flow behind the ankle joint. Now, this recliner has a nice filled-in area throughout, so that is good. Some recliners have an open gap here. That, again, can put pressure on the back of the calves or thigh region. So it's good to fill them in. Simply use a pillow, and it can help with the elevation and take those pressure points out of the equation.
Right, and it's actually more comfortable this way as well. This particular chair is really built well. I probably wouldn't even need the pillow, but some of them are really not going to do the job and need this for sure. Okay, tip number 5. If you are in a recliner, your legs are up, you have your pillow in if needed. Another way to improve blood flow, get it swelling and blood out of the legs is simply recline the trunk or the upper part of the chair back like this. Obviously, if you're watching TV or communicating with someone, it's not an option, but there are many times you can get back like this, maybe take a nap and really have blood flow throughout, very efficient.
So option number 6 is when you're seated and maybe you're at a dining room table eating. Some people commonly will flex their feet underneath their chair like this. Now, if you imagine my legs are kind of like a hose, which can be your blood circulation in your leg. Right now, I am putting a kink in the hose, restricting the blood flow being flexed this much. To counteract this, you can either try to keep in a neutral position or maybe put your feet further out in front of you as long as you feel balanced, and this can help improve the circulation.
Right? It's simple as that. Okay, a second part of the body where you can actually put that kink in the hose or the blood vessels is in your hips. Now, in a recliner, you're unable to bring your feet underneath, so that's already taken care of. But that also makes or promotes people to lean forward, and you get the same flexion or that kink in the hip area. So if you're like this, and I know some people may be sitting here eating or playing cards, solitaire, actually my mother does, she does lean forward like this, and then the blood flow is restricted. We need to try to bring whatever you're in closer and think about that, or just simply lean back, open up that blood flow in the hips as well.
And tip number 7 is to avoid sitting too long, especially more than an hour or two. Now, this is going to not improve circulation as well in your legs not moving, so simply getting up, going for a walk can help with that.
All right, now if you walk daily for exercise, let's say you walk a mile or so and you do it all at one time, a really good option is to break that distance up into 2 or 3 and walk twice a day or 3 times per day. So the total is still a mile, but you're walking in the morning, in the afternoon, or the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. That's a good way to spread things out. It keeps those leg circulation even throughout the day, as opposed to doing your walk, getting tired, and then wanting to sit for a long period of time as a rest period. All right, so pay attention to all these little tips that we've given you throughout the day. And one thing I really want to emphasize is make sure you don't wear socks like Mike. We got a white one, we got a black one. People will talk, Mike.
It's trending. If you want to check out more videos on how to improve your leg circulation, click the video link on the screen.
That's right.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.